Hello indie game fans, extreme discounts like 90+% generally apply to older games, so if you want some of the more recent hits, here are the best current indie game deals, with all of these being at their historic lows, spread across a number of genres with plenty of my personal favourites here as well. Let's begin with MORDHAU, a multiplayer first-person medieval combat simulator with some very interesting controls, coming in at 75% off with a decent player base as of recording. This game has been somewhat overshadowed by the release of Chivalry 2, which is very similar, but I do think that there's room for both, and with this being at a very steep discount, could draw in a decent number of new players. An awesome title that you should check out is Kero Blaster, since it comes to us from Japanese developer Pixel, best known for Cave Story, and while many people seem to love that game, I don't see enough of them talking about this, so get this if you have not. Screwing over the developer of Cave Story is one of the most infamous incidents in indie game publishing, so more than ever, Pixel deserves our support, making this a no-brainer at this price. A not-so-indie title is Murder by Numbers, one that comes to us from developer Mediatonic, who you might know as the people who made this. And while they are owned by Epic right now, 2020 was a different time, with this being made by a smaller group of people within that same company. It is a murder mystery detective title that curiously uses nonograms as a main mechanic, which is a style of puzzle game that I love. Couple that with an intriguing story and gorgeous art, and it is certainly worth a play. One of the most underrated precision platformer titles is RITE from 2020, coming to us from a small developer from Australia, where I would definitely compare this to something like N++. The controls feel tight and is quite the challenge, making it for fans of the genre.
You are the Grim Reaper. You are death. Welcome to your new job as Grim Reaper number 101. So, obviously, you've been assigned with picking humans who have to die. Pretty standard stuff.
2020 was a good year for narrative games, with Death and Taxes being one such example, where you play as a Grim Reaper signing the death warrants of various humans that come across your table. Your choices, however, would have implications down the line, such as killing a scientist working on a vaccine, for example, might have catastrophic effects on the world, with it resembling Papers, Please, but not as mechanically complex.
So, everything clear?
They came for my home. They came for my friends. They came for my family. Now, I control time itself.
An awesome Metroidvania is Timespinner, one with a gorgeous pixel art look, and is an unabashed tribute to Symphony of the Night in many ways.
I will use this power to change history, no matter what the cost. The Empire has taken everything I love. I will destroy them all.
Most interestingly, it allows you to travel through time and on different planets, which means mixing sci-fi and fantasy, from battling gods and monsters to running through a futuristic compound. It is a classic tale of revenge, where the way that our heroine attacks through the use of orbs is interesting. At the time of release in 2018, this game was near vaporware levels since it was funded on Kickstarter in 2014, so I was pretty happy when it made it to release, so pick this up if you have not. A game that shows up time and time again among the best tactics titles is Fell Seal Arbiter's Mark, so at 75% off is too good not to recommend. It does draw comparisons to Final Fantasy Tactics, but I quite like the sheer variety of character classes in this game, with an epic story as well, making it for fans of the genre. Slay the Spire probably needs no further introduction, since it has become one of the most popular roguelike games of all time, but if you're on the fence about this, it is at its greatest discount, so why not give this a go? Like the recent phenomenon that is Vampire Survivors, Slay the Spire did spawn a whole bunch of roguelite deck builders in its wake, so like in yesterday's video, it's worth checking out for the historical significance alone, with the cherry on top being that it is truly one of the best indie games of all time as well. I love my Metroidvanias, so of course, I have to give a special mention to the 1-bit black and white Gato Roboto, one where you play as a little kitty piloting a mech, paying tribute to Metroid in more ways than one. I do like the addition of the out of mech segments, where you control a cat running on all fours, with this being an awesome, smaller title that is the perfect palate cleanser. I talked about Children of Morta not too long ago, since their 3-year roadmap of largely free DLC was just completed a couple of months ago, but this roguelite action RPG is truly one of the greats as well. It has you playing as members of the Bergson family, the first line of defense of the world against something known as corruption, where each family member is a different character class and has plenty of compelling progression systems layered in. Now that it's complete, I see no better time to jump in, especially with the addition of this discount, so do pick it up, taking the #1 spot. For more roguelite titles, watch these videos and I will see you after the jump.